welcome to the channel. It is April 9th, 2026. Hope you're doing well. The day is treating you kindly. It's a beautiful day outside. I hope you're able to enjoy some of it. Let's tap right in, see what kind of storyline we have for the planet, shall we? Planetary circumstance, please. Spirit, Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit. What is the circumstance for the planet, please? In the central energy, what do we got? Well, we've got 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. You've got a hawk in your hand, which is a dangerous bird of prey. Yet you're quite innocent there. Very wealthy. Thankful for the friends in your life, even if they be an animal. Maybe you've discovered that animals are have been in the previous chapter perhaps a better protector and friend than others, humans, perhaps. In the challenge position, we've got the 6 of Pentacles. So this is charity. Restoring balance regarding the wealth, perhaps. Redistributing it. This life of luxury, this prosperity. So you're distributing it. So you have the 9 of Pentacles and you're distributing it. Balanced. In the subconscious, 10 of Pentacles. Legacy. You're leaving behind a legacy. These are children playing. So you're leaving behind a legacy where the children will have what they need, the finances, the stability, so that they can just play. You're releasing them to go have abundant play. 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. You're so sweet, Divine Feminine. And it is energy. Please do what you need to do with the genders. I read according to what I see, just for the ease of storytelling. In the recent past, we've got the 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, 2 of Pentacles. So there's balance here. Your temperance. You're not flashy. Although, as simple as it seems, it gains a lot of attention. It's your resourcefulness. Your ability to bend without breaking. Having the bare minimum. Intention and expectation. The Devil. The Devil. Somebody is obsessed with you. Codependent. Somebody's codependent on you. And your ability to alchemize, transmute, transform, hold temperance. This Devil. Okay, in the near future. Ace of Pentacles. You got your reward here. The lens is being lifted. The Wheel of Fortune. The wheel is turning. So it could be this is a flip the tables moment. Some kind of an unexpected event. In the environment, judgment. There has been false reporting to the ancestors regarding the divine feminine. They've been taking their initiate rewards and their ascension gifts and then knocking them down the mountain to burn in the pit. Lifetime after lifetime, they've been stealing their honor and giving false report to the ancestors. They're under judgment. The truth is now seen by those who actually matter. Hopes and fears. Your strength. Your strength, your courage. Oh man, somebody's in heartbreak. It's bringing about a separation. You remained strong and powerful regarding a betrayal. You remained resilient. You're carrying that lion. You've got the heart of a lion, and you've got the strength of the lion, the will of a lion, the courage, and it's infinite. It does not run out. So you're very courageous, very strong during this trauma that you underwent. You're very strong during this trauma. Your gentle power might be bringing about some kind of a separation. Some kind of a separation. And the outgoing energy. Knight of Cups. Romance. Romance. Bottom of the deck. You're resting. You're recovering. And there's a homecoming. Four of Swords, Four of Wands, a homecoming. There's a Chariot here. You may be leaving soon. I mean, there may actually be some kind of a... Well, it's timeline shifting. You're ascending up out of the density that had been trying desperately to keep you trapped. So you've got the Four of Swords, recovery or renewal. You're resting. You're like, oh my gosh, this was so terrible. So there's a homecoming, right? You're going home. You're ascending. You're coming in on this Chariot here. You could be prudent. And that's this thing. You got the Nine of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles. So you've got you're in charge of this charity. Like you're in charge of the deliverance of the financials for the children. Like God brings, God gives rewards, support, whatever, and it's like you're here delivering it. Because you're not flashy, you're not flamboyant, you're all about, you know, what is necessary for the safety and the well-being of the children so that they can grow up and become the greatest soul that they have potential for in the moment, right? The previous chapter was setting people up for failure. And even though many people were set up for failure, they succeeded anyway. And when they got up to the top, there was deceitful reporting made to the ancestors and they were knocked back down. This was going on for centuries. The truth is seen. You've got control over the foundation and you are weary. There could be a Page of Wands here who's very curious and passionate about this Two of Cups, a partnership, and a Nine of Cups here. Life of luxury. Somebody's afraid. Or somebody's hiding their love. They're in a stalemate, a Two of Swords, because they don't know what to do. They're in a stalemate, Two of Swords, a standstill when it comes to harvest. They can't harvest anybody. And they're in a Ten of Wands burden. Because the Queen of Swords is speaking the truth about a fool getting a new beginning. You're getting a new beginning. There's somebody's on a Nine of Swords and a Tower right now. Because of your new beginning. They can't trap you. They can't keep you. They can't continue to use you. You stayed balanced here. So you got the Nine of Pentacles here, a life of luxury, and you are giving it away to those who deserve it. Praying. So you're getting prosperity, a life of luxury. You're praying, you're faithful, you're connected to Source. In the challenge position, we have the Six of Pentacles. So giving it away to those who need it, who deserve it, who have pure intentions of becoming their greatest version of themselves. You got a Devil here that's really freaking codependent. But you're like giving it away, so you're praying, you're Source connected. Source is telling you where it needs to go, and you're delivering it. You're thinking about the animals. You got a bird's eye view, the hawk. Under pressure. So you're in charge of the Six of Pentacles, so you are in charge of the charity. Somebody is under pressure. They're having anxiety. They wanted your reward. They still do. They're talking all kinds of nasty crap. They're being vicious. Ten of Pentacles is out here. It's a legacy. You're leaving a legacy behind. Or this is what's happening right now. Ten of Pentacles. The children are going to be able to play. Their children are going to be able to play. There's a safe space by Source here so that the children can play abundantly without worrying about somebody doing them a thing. It's security for the children in the home space. Security. So it's going to be secure. Ten of Pentacles from this love spell and this side hustle. The children are going to be kept safe from the scenario that we have just came out of. They're going to receive the abundance that they need. There's no need to do love spells and side hustle on anybody. They're going to have everything they need. So this is security. So Source connected, life of luxury, faithful, united. There was false reporting made by the gatekeepers regarding you, Divine Feminine. And they were taking your honor and your wealth lifetime after lifetime. So you're giving it to the youth so that the youth has no need for love spells and side hustles. This is security. You're sharing the prosperity, the inheritance with those who have earned it. The Two of Pentacles are according to the divine, according to Source connection. This isn't just your ego saying, oh, you deserve this and you deserve that. No, Source is guiding you and helping guide these children away from the need to do spell work and side hustle energy for money. They can go play, be safe. In the recent past, you're balanced. So you got a Two of Pentacles here. Because of your balance, somebody is effed up over you. And it's this codependent toxic devil energy. You're balanced. Look at this. Look at this. You are sitting there. You're like, and somebody else is like, oh, you bitch, go be mad already. Oh my God, be mad. And you're like, no, not going to feed into that. Not going to do it. We got the devil here. Intentions, expectations. What's the devil expecting? Sex addiction. So these people live in the root chakra and in the sacral chakra. They're not in the heart space. They're not in there. They're not speaking truth. And they're not source connected. So because of your balance, somebody's effed up over you. It's this devil that's a sex addict. That's how they draw forth their energy. They like plug in like an electric car, and they just kind of download the essence out of your chakra system, and then they go do baneful magic with it and stuff. We got the Ace of Pentacles here, opportunity for growth. You coming into some kind of a reward. This devil is, oh, my way. We got my way, selfish, stubborn, arrogant, pride, and ego. So this devil, sex addict, you're looking at this Ace of Pentacles. We've got Mr. My Way. We'll get more clarification on that. The wheel is turning on this situation. So things are being flipped around. There's a change. An unexpected event may be occurring soon. There's no more workplace affairs, no more tapping into people on the job, no more infidelity, no more risking the soul value of the entire family tree, the entire ancestry. Somebody's under judgment here. There is judgment here because they were deceitfully, or they were filing fraudulent reports to the ancestors regarding divine feminines. They were calling everybody prostitutes because they were prostituting everybody's energy. Even though women were out here being celibate and single for years, decades, they were prostituting the energy. They were coming in to this single woman's home in the night while she's sleeping, and they were downloading energy into her vessel, making it appear as though she was something that she was not. So they were lying, filing deceitful reporting to the ancestry, and in order to keep these very high value women trapped here so they could continue to use you for this sex, for your energy. So there's a re-evaluation going on. You're no longer being ghosted. You're no longer detached. You have been resurrected, ascended. Because of your strength here, there's a separation happening. Yeah, funeral. Somebody's heartbroken. This is over. We got a Knight of Cups on the outgoing energy. Illumination. Truth, discovery, awakening. Knight of Cups. Somebody wants to be charming. Somebody wants to offer you romance. Somebody's thinking about it. Wondering what they're going to say. They may be illuminated. They see things differently. They see you differently now that you are illuminated. I mean, this got the devil over here with a sex addict, right? And then you've got this Knight of Cups here with you. The sex addict, apparently they don't want to do that anymore or something. The fact that you're sitting here all by yourself with holding that hawk, source connected, balanced, you got all this beautiful wealth. They could not take you out. Somebody's challenged here. They're under pressure. Oh, you got a path to romance. Yeah, this Knight of Cups is coming in, making a love offer, illumination. Maybe they've discovered the truth about you. Everybody lied. They were making false reports to the ancestors regarding you, lifetime after lifetime, while being freaking brutal, man. We're closing the cycle of people being fake busy. Only people that actually do the work are going to get part of this life of luxury, this 10 of Pentacles. God said you will create, you will produce, you will share, or you will have nothing. Somebody's getting readings. Somebody's getting readings on you. They wish, they're making a wish to propose to you, but this is a trickster, phony, or somebody is going, maybe you're going to get the proposal that you've always wished for, and this trickster phony that left you hanging is having massive regrets. Somebody may be trying to come in to propose to you so that they can cast an illusion and leave you hanging again. They didn't want any strings. No, they're going to the police station is what they're doing. And they're heartbroken here because you're free. You're free because you can still feel love. You love yourself. Your source connected. You love others. And you're letting this arrogant system go. Those people who were sending love messages to keep you trapped in this round and round and round and round and round, there are legal matters regarding the history of them turning their back on you, and now you're turning your back on them. They're running away. Those who turned their back on you and then mirrored you while you were suffering, they're running away. They could be missing you, spying on you from secret accounts. These fraudulent people, these fake yous, they got bad news here. You're married, and these people who are doing reckless sex are feeling like shit. They could be carrying diseases, but you've learned your karmic lesson and you're fed up. God's fed up. Everybody's fed up. There's shocking news. These people are ashamed, losing sleep. So you got a 9 of Pentacles here. So prosperity. You're faithful. You pray. You're source connected. You're online all the time. It's like you don't shut the computer off ever. It's like there's this constant flow. These people were trying to break the Merkaba or shatter the emerald heart of these pure beings because they wanted your 9 of Pentacles and your 10 of Pentacles and your 6 of Pentacles, and it didn't work. They're messed up over you. God's not letting you go. The mother isn't letting you go. Silence. Maybe you're praying for silence. Healing. Your prayers are bringing healing. Silence is happening in the mental space. So this shared collective field is being cleared of the infiltrator. It's so sad, when I read about little girls, 5-year-olds or whatever, looking at mama saying, that the mind wants her to use the middle finger, and she's begging her mom just to take it out of her head, and it won't. And it's like, these children deserve silence. They don't deserve to be tortured like some of us have been for years, if not decades, with this mental RAPing and manipulation. So these are principalities. You're praying for silence. You don't want these children to have to deal with that. It's a horror story, being driven mentally like that. When you're typically just a happy-go-lucky person and then they drive this misery through you, go flip somebody off, go do it, go do it. And it's not just one angel on one side, they're actually in your freaking head, and it's so difficult to overcome, especially when you're just a child. So we've got the Six of Pentacles in a challenge position. Somebody is under pressure here. Time is running out. They got to make decisions. Under pressure. Somebody's under pressure because of the lies, the snake. Somebody's being pressured by the snake. You're restoring balance after being pressured by the snake, after being mentally pressured, or a snake is having anxiety. We got the Ten of Pentacles here. So you're leaving a legacy. You're returning the wealth to the people. God said that the land was going back to the original people and that they would be given a life that they don't want to run away from. So this appears to be what is happening. These children will be able to be free, to play, and to be secure from these love spell soul consumers or energy consumers, energy harvesters. The children are going to be free to play. They're going to be protected. They're going to be looked after. This is your legacy, Divine Feminine. This is your legacy. You could be about ready to encounter somebody. Silence. Security, completion of the love spell side hustle. You're about ready to encounter somebody. In the recent past, we've got the Two of Pentacles. So you're very resourceful when it comes to maintaining your temperance energy. And it doesn't have to look tidy. You know, sometimes resolving issues and reaching homeostasis and stability once more, it is a battle. And it's messy. And it's painful, and it's better to do it on your own, because sometimes, you know, if there's other people in the home, when you're trying to transmute these principality crap, you know, it could really trigger somebody else, and it just makes processing and alchemizing more of a challenge. So your balance has somebody effed up over you. A forgotten person. A devil, a devil sex addict. They're codependent on the energy of sex. Taboo. It was forbidden. It was a crime to treat you, for this devil to do this sex addict, prostitution, freaking thing that they had going on, this global network. Ace of Pentacles here, though. Prosperity, stability. Maybe you're bringing stability. We've got Mr. My Way, selfish, Mr. Arrogant, pride and ego. What's going on with this? Chew. Solve the puzzle. My Way, Mr. Arrogant. Code word, chew. Ace of Pentacles. You've solved the puzzle of this arrogance. You're getting a reward because you have solved the puzzle of this selfish, arrogant Mr. My Way or the highway kind of crap. Yeah. So Mr. Arrogant was over here, and you're just like, eh. What's that fawns? What did the fawns do? What? I can't. Or maybe he just did the thumbs. Henry Winkler. I don't know why I just thought of that. So you got the Wheel of Fortune. The wheel is turning. The destiny is turning. We're no longer doing workplace affairs. We're no longer just going to be out there willy-nilly sexing it up with anybody, because it becomes this energetic soup that's just foul and disgusting. Everybody's walking around with this mask of really having it together, but the energy is so foul. There's no, like, the only sacred energy in the realm are those people who are celibate, pretty much, or loyal to their partner. But even that, the celibate people are still getting their energy while they're sleeping. These jackwagons astral project, and then they transfer energy into us. I've heard them, they tried to do it to me a couple of times recently, and they got in trouble. They're no longer allowed to do that. The law is coming down. The scales are being balanced. Everything is being made equal. You could be a lawyer, a judge. You could be a police officer. You could be a Libra, Lady Liberty, Queen of Heaven. Kicking everybody's eyes. Yeah. So we got Judgment here. They were making false reports to the ancestors regarding divine feminines so that they could keep them trapped here and then molest them with this sex thing. And they were doing it when they were very young, because if they traumatize you and violate, defile, desecrate the temple, the Holy Spirit will leave. So if they violate and desecrate the temple of a child, then the Holy Spirit is automatically disconnected. The Merkaba, connecting to source, is severed, and then they can just play with them with this sex addict stuff, you know. So the truth is seen. Talent. So you're no longer detached. You're no longer ghosted. There's been a rebirth, because the false reporting is revealed and the damages that they have been inflicting upon people. You've got talent. You've got natural talent. You could be a water bender. You may have mastered the waters of your temple. You may have a natural skill. Nobody may have taught you. So you reattached. You were able to turn the light back on. We got personality. So you're born with features and personality. And this personality thing, you know, if you're really intuitive, sometimes you can, there's a presence that is very silent, but it's watching. And it's a principality. And it's like, okay, so how do we develop a scenario that makes it very, very uncomfortable and impossible even for these principalities to gain access to the temple, gain access to the toroidal field, or any of those energies whatsoever, especially the field of consciousness that we share. We want to keep that clear of these energies, because they're very good with their mental magic. It's a very big challenge. So because of your strength and your courage here, we've got a separation. Somebody's in a funeral. It's over. It's over for them. It's over for them. You are free. You have been emancipated. You're a powerful light and a powerful dark. And this, you know, I mean, some people say something about the horse, and some people say something about it's flip the colors, make the horse black, make the woman white, do whatever you need to do. But to me, it seems, in my interpretation, that this here, they said that she went deeper than anybody thought. She went layer by layer through the levels of hell, and she claimed everybody there with her signature, her energy. She's recognized. Bringing an end to this now. There's a Knight of Cups, wanting to make a romantic offer perhaps to an illuminated woman. Maybe this Knight of Cups is illuminated to the truth of who you actually are, of what this game has been. Commitment, devotion. So they lied and made false reporting of your initiate reward. You have earned these honors lifetime after lifetime, and they've stripped them from you. Somebody recognizes the truth about this. You're shining very brightly, and it's like you've got the essence of the sun in you. And you're sharing it with the world. We got an uninvited guest who's going to be in eternal regret for what they did in the haven of the children. You've discovered the secret, the secret or the hidden things regarding these toxic attachments while you were here in the dark, all alone, researching. We got divine timing. We got divine timing. So you could have been divine timing, or maybe the clock, it was a pre-scheduled time, date, shift, whatever. You've got a lot of history here, a lot of evidence that you have collected regarding the things that were done in the dark, the things that the other side did not know because of the false reporting. You were able to break through the barrier and then reveal the truth and open the door so that everybody else could come through and also reveal their testimony. So there is a change happening for this bedroom, this sex addict, this prostitution ring. No more opportunity. No more opportunity. It was a crime. What this devil did was a crime. They turned everybody into a prostitute. A serious crime. It was forbidden. It was forbidden. And you've got dog, cat, and animal friends. This could be the Lyrans or the Lyrans. This could be Anubis. Basta, Sekhmet. Take it as it resonates. You've mastered yourself. You've mastered this circumstance. You're bringing about a change. This is the end of the opportunity. There's not going to be any more people. I heard a few days ago that those young women that had been sucked into these contracts of the shadow when they were just girls or whatever, that those, anybody who is manipulated or coerced or trapped or whatever, if it wasn't a soul agreement with full knowing, then I guess those contracts are going to be null and void. So you've got your animal friends, or maybe you're a little beastly yourself. I mean, if you're from Lyra, then you've got the cat in you, right? So maybe you are a Lyran or a Lyran, however you want to say it, and you have mastered yourself, and you've got the crown here, and you're turning the lights out on this clown. Yeah. Those people who were performing your soul song are being released because they were sacrificing and then going over there and wearing the essence. So we've got a miracle. You're getting a dream come true, and you're getting what you want because you are wide awake. You're clean. Your mental body, your body in general, your thoughts, your energy. You're very decisive. You're very firm in who you are. You're not wishy-washy. You have a hope of a mustard seed. Somebody misses you, daughter of Eden. So there's going to be a cool down. Some kind of, I've heard some chirogenics or some kind of stuff going on, or this is going to be slowing down now. So we're in the slow down phase, perhaps. You're getting ready to go on with the rest of your life. Look, you're the key. You are the key, or you have discovered the core of the problem with this divine intervention, serendipity. You're getting a new beginning, a new beautiful beginning. You found the key, you opened the door. Yeah. You held it open for others to come through. So 9 of Pentacles, you're getting a life of luxury. You've been praying for silence. You're getting it. You could have been fighting this consciousness war for lifetimes. You and all of the beautiful others that have, look, caretaker. You're a caretaker of this place. This Nine of Pentacles is yours. You're very giving according to Source's direction, right? To make it safe for the children to play, to be held in the hands of God, to know that they are safe from these love spell, side hustling, whack jobs. So they're going silent. It's been 2 days now. This is the quietest it's been in over 2 decades. And the visions are coming more clearly. And the interfering ones are separating out. It's quite nice. But I'm also on high alert because that's typically when they strike, right? So you got the Nine of Pentacles, life of luxury. You're source connected, and what, you're getting silence here. You're praying for silence. There's inspiration here. Maybe somebody's inspired by you. Somebody's inspired by your prayers. Your silent prayers. You prayed, you kept silent. They're inspired by you. You didn't complain. You went through this heavy burden here, and you maintained balance. You didn't complain. You weren't on social media whining and crying and making a scene. You kept yourself quiet. Somebody's inspired by you and your source connection, the strength of you. They filed false reporting for decades. I mean, for centuries, for years. Every lifetime. That's what I mean. Every lifetime. Yeah. They lied. So the challenge is you're giving it away. Give it away, give it away now. Give it away now. So you're being your charity here. You're giving it away. You're offering balance. You're sharing some assistance. Somebody's under pressure, having anxiety. They're a snake. The snake is, oh, everything is revealed about the snake, the lies. Somebody's under pressure because everybody can see the lies. It's been revealed. You're not afraid. Nothing's hidden anymore. Somebody's inspired by your silence. When they were trying to drive you, you didn't cry about it. So in the subconscious, you're leaving a legacy here. 10 of Pentacles for the children. This is a completion of the love spell, side hustle, bullpucky. You're meeting somebody by chance. You could be encountering somebody who is also very well balanced. Somebody will help you be balanced. We've got a light bear and a dark bear. And there's you in the middle. Looks like a flower or a leaf, but it's a dress. So you're jumping up in the air. You got those two bears down there. You're very well balanced. You got that beautiful red. This looks like a moth or something. Looks like you're coming up out of a moth. Like you're jumping right up out of, like you're transforming. I don't know, whatever that is, okay? Look, balance. So encounter, yeah, you could be encountering somebody because you're balanced. Love at first sight. Could be love at first sight. We got the Two of Pentacles here. So your ability to remain flexible and balanced. Has somebody effed up over you? This is a forgotten person from lifetimes ago. The past. It's a story I pick up on. Listen. So your ability to maintain balance and to be flexible in challenges has somebody effed up over you. It's a forgotten person. You might be listening, or maybe they're listening. They're listening to the fruits. They're effed up over you. They can see what you got going on. This is a codependent devil, sex addict. It was forbidden for them to prostitute the energy or the flesh of a powerful divine spirit soul complex. Beautiful daughter. False reports to the ancestors. Oh, these people are in trouble, man. Abundance. Abundance. So they were addicted to using your sex to gain abundance. This devil. Ace of Pentacles. You got this abundance here. Prosperity. Mr. My Way. Selfish, stubborn, arrogant. Is remembering, or you've solved the puzzle. They're thinking, they're in deep thought. Mr. Arrogant is in deep thought. They're looking for a code word. They're trying to, what, monarch's butterfly you or some kind of crap. Appreciation. You've solved the puzzle regarding this stubborn, arrogant jackwagon. People appreciate you. The animals and the children appreciate you. You're a beautiful woman. Charitable. You're turning the wheel here. There's a sudden change. Workplace affair is in the reverse. Infidelity. Infidelity. We got the law here. Lawyer, judge, police. The scales are being balanced. On these workplace affairs, so if a husband or a wife had an office job, say they were CEO or COO or whatever the heck, right? And they go out and they have affairs, say like they're golfing, and they go out and have a few drinks on the golf club and then shag somebody before they go home, you know? I mean, they just defile and desecrate the energy of the family unit by doing that. So the scales are being balanced in that regard. I don't think anybody really thought about the severity of this defilement. They were just thinking with the schlong. So we got patience. Be patient. The law is here. The scales are being balanced. Be patient. We've got judgment is here. There were false reports being made to the ancestors, and so you're no longer ghosted. You're no longer detached. It is seen clearly that these devil sex addicts were lying about you. You've got this talent. You're a waterbender. You've mastered yourself. You're born with these special features. You are the caretaker of the garden, daughter of Eden. There's many of you. And these jackwagons had you trapped here. Cycle after cycle. They were filing false reports and kicking you off the mountain and burning you up and recycling you through for another soul harvest. Lifetime after lifetime. But you're very, very strong and resilient and courageous, and you're bringing about a separation here. There's a funeral. Because of your independence, because of your freedom, this is over. Somebody's heartbroken because it's over. Past lives. You're free of all of the past lives. Every cord, every connection, everything is being cut and extracted from your consciousness and from your energy. That's why it's getting so much quieter, because they're being removed. You've done the research and it was brutal, but you survived. And everything that you lived through, and because you are balanced, you're able to bring it forward responsibly, and it can be evaluated responsibly and then dealt with. So we got the Knight of Cups, or you could be having a love offer come in because the truth has been illuminated about you, and somebody's devoted. There's an oath. There's some kind of a pledge. Somebody's pledged themselves to you. They're committed to you. They want to be committed to you. This isn't a flingy sex addict thing. You're a very strong, fiercely independent woman. You're very much balanced and plentiful, abundant. They were using the sex of these trapped ladies to gain their abundance, to siphon the abundance out of the ancestors' family tree. They should have been going home with all of this abundance over and over and over again, but these devils were addicted to your sex and to the abundance that they could siphon out of you. The truth is revealed. We got childlike. So there's a commitment. This is childlike. It could be that this union that you're going to have is going to be very childlike, very innocent. Grounded. Circle. So we got some sort of shrines or something there. Circle. Grounded. You are armored up against the shadow. And you're bringing healing with the knowledge that you're sharing. And those who had opinions about you and were shattering your emerald chakra, your heart chakra, so that they could wear a heart chakra necklace and then call themselves religious and authorities. They were breaking your heart chakra and then making little necklaces out of it and calling themselves you. There's death here. There's death here. Because your love they're very uneasy regarding your love. You got this heart chakra. Look how big it is. They're like, that's just too much love. They're like, that she doesn't know how powerful she is. She's got to be knocked down a few steps. So they crash, they shatter your heart chakra, this huge love you have, and they tone it down. You're only allowed that much love in this realm. And they were filing false reports. They didn't want this big love here. They kept shattering your heart chakra so that it would appear as you weren't this massive love. They're uneasy about your self-care. You were able to love yourself to health, and they're like, oh crap. They want forgiveness, but you've got boundaries up. And it could be that you have received forgiveness because the truth has been revealed, and now you have boundaries, protectors. There's a magician in the community that attacked you over and over and over again, shattering your emerald heart chakra, sabotaging the light body, the Merkaba, the chariot that connects you to source. This big, beautiful emerald love. They kept shattering it. The high priestess is protected. The high priestesses are now protected, and the gatekeepers who had been filing false reports on you in the past are being laid to rest. These religious people or whatever, due to your strength, look, you got a strong mind, and you're making your move. You're making your move. You're flipping the tables. That's exactly what's going on here. You're flipping the tables. Yeah. Because, look, you were these mask wearers, these devils, that's a devil on that card. These devil mask wearers were real happy about you when you were in isolation. But in isolation, you found joy. And so now, these mask-wearing devils, you can offer a teaching regarding the mask-wearing devils in the secret garden. How to bring temperance in a space that has been infiltrated with these devilish energies. You've got information here. You can tell people all about it. Well, you can tell people your story. I think it's already known, probably, by those who matter. Love at first sight. Ooh, and a commitment, and it's childlike. So you both could have been part of this recycled, program that they had everybody going in. I heard the other day that they had sacrificed at least one divine feminine 17 times as an infant. Not a toddler, not a small child, as an infant. So, and then they've roasted you in the bowl. They've burned you alive at the stake multiple times. They've sacrificed you, actually, like the Jesus, and they've done that to many people. But they say it's just this one story. They don't acknowledge everybody else has been sacrificed and suffered greatly. All of you light-bearing people who've had false reports given to the freaking ancestors, because you were able to survive and you were able to break through the static, and you were able to bring the truth to everything. You're very fierce. You're very independent. And I don't mean fierce in like a warrior type of a way. You got this silent stoicism that's inspiring people. Your source connection. In the silence, you are one with source, and they're like, whoa. And we've got your ex isn't an unfinished project. This is endings, detachment, and closure. Yeah, closure. Your faith, your praying has inspired somebody. Things are going silent. You suffered silently. This person who once had you trapped and was side hustling you, this devil, they're trying to rewrite the story, but it's over. In the challenge position, you got the Six of Pentacles. You're giving it away. You're restoring balance, and somebody's under pressure here. Somebody's under pressure by the snake. These lies. The moon is in the reverse. Nothing's hidden. Nothing is hidden. And girl, your comfort zone is a trap. There's fear, stagnation, Netflix jail. This could have been an actor or an actress making movies, telling lies regarding you. This could have been somebody wearing a mask and then performing these freaking movies and broadcasting it throughout the universe, telling everybody that was you being a floozy, and it never was. Subconsciously, you're leaving a legacy where the children will be held in the hands of God, and they will have all of their financial needs cared for, and they will be able to play outside all freaking day long without worrying that somebody's going to side hustle them or do love spells on them or attach to them in some way. They're going to be free to play without being fed upon by these devils. So you're going to be encountering somebody. It's balanced. You're both balanced, light and dark. There's a great amount of beauty there. You might feel like dancing. Make me feel like dancing. Wanna dance the night away. There's mixed signals equals clear answers. Silence is an answer too, honey. So, yeah, it could be that this dude here that you're detaching from is like going silent. He can't rewrite it. It's going silent. You're detaching from what was. They're being removed from consciousness. Oh, it's bad. What they did was really, really bad. They messed with everybody, not just us here who were trapped here, but those ancestors that were waiting for us to bring our initiate reward home. Those ancestors who were having the wealth of their children, their graduates, they weren't returning home like they were supposed to because these devils were siphoning the wealth right out of those upper dimensional ancestry families. So I guess somebody had to do some investigation. We got the Two of Pentacles. Your ability to maintain balance, to maintain your flexibility with whatever this energetic manipulation is going on, has somebody effed up over you, a forgotten person. So a forgotten person may be listening. They maybe haven't quite forfeited so in the past, a forgotten person was listening to the fruits of your mind, your intellectual, source-connected thoughts. Now all of the nastiness they put into your mind is on them. You bet you. And now they're like, me. But you know what the funny thing is that you were silent when you were suffering. But these people are all full of drama, and it's a man. Listening to your thoughts, they're crying. They're like, oh no, this is a devil. It was forbidden for them to use your sex this way in order to gain abundance. It was forbidden for them to use your sex to gain abundance, to steal the ancestral wealth out of your soul, Star Nation soul tribe. Dots don't mean devotion. They were not devoted. I don't know what that means. Let me look at this. Oh, I don't have it here. Never mind. Dots don't mean devotion. You're reading the energy and not typing bubbles. So, they were using you and your sex to gain abundance. Stealing it from your ancestors while lying about you, filing false reports so that they could torture you to death and then put you back through another cycle of suffering, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. You're coming into an Ace of Pentacles reward here because Mr. Arrogant, Mr. My Way is thinking. You've solved the puzzle of Mr. Arrogant, and everybody appreciates you. The animals and the people, the children and the animals really appreciate that you were able to solve the puzzle of this arrogant masculine, whoever the hell he is. I don't know if he's human or what kind of a species he is, but the children and the animal have been tortured by these beings masquerading as men, while the women have been trapped and had false reports filed on them, lifetime after lifetime. Devil. Pretty packaging as toxic content. So there's the devil. Everybody has an appreciation for you. Yes, it sucks. No, you're not dying. Charm isn't character. This deception has been exposed. Yes, it sucks. No, you're not dying, devil. Healing feels like garbage before it feels like growth. So be patient and be resilient. So the devils are feeling down. They've been exposed. They were giving everybody the bare minimum while taking the maximum. The wheel is turning on these workplace affairs. No more workplace affairs. We're going to do loyal and faithful. Loyal and faithful. This is the balancing of the scales. Be patient. Be patient. Wow, that's a lot of cards, Spirit. So I'll just take the top one. Not everyone gets a ticket to your next season. You're allowed to outgrow people. Evolution, change, and freedom. So you are free. So be patient. The scales are being balanced. You are free. Be patient. We've got judgment here. So there's a re-evaluation of what these ones had been falsely reporting regarding you. You're no longer being ghosted. You have natural talent here. You are the caretaker of this garden. You are the daughters of Eden, and you have been trapped here and recycled through terribly painful and brutal sex slavery bullshit. So souvenirs from heartbreak don't age well. You're burning the hoodie and keeping the lesson. You're releasing the memory. You've been empowered. You're the caretaker. You're very strong here and courageous, and you're bringing about a separation. This is over. You are free, fierce and independent woman from the past life courting that had connected you. They're going silent right now, these snakes. They can't sleep. Knight of Cups is here. We've got illumination. The truth has been illuminated regarding you. They're committed, devoted, and this is childlike, so it's an innocent love. And messy doesn't mean powerless. Chaos is your superpower, and you use it wisely. So self-compassion, self-acceptance. You know what? These nasty, sex-addicted slavers thought about you does not matter, because you overcame them. Their opinions don't matter. Just because you're focused on the internal and the outer doesn't look sexy and hot, whatever, you're drumming up power on the inside, and sometimes that looks like a crazy woman running around, spinning around in circles and screaming at the top of her head. Whatever the hell, banish, demon. Messy ain't powerless. Messy is not powerless, honey. Messy is definitely not powerless. So you've stopped giving idiots spiritual credit. They did not want to elevate. They wanted you to lower the bar. And you're done giving idiots spiritual credit. They cannot come into these decent spaces and then violate people here. Your glow up is the best revenge. And there's nothing hotter than saying, no, babe, boundaries are sexy. And this person cannot vibe their way out of accountability. Yeah, they got a nice body. Whatever the hell, all that nasty shit that they did to you is coming back on them. Retrograde. They cannot get out of accountability. They're going to have to wake up and deal with it. Because your pain is not content. Healing doesn't need a hashtag. You didn't cry about it. Oh, they're crying about it though. They're crying about it. This impossible path they thought they had you on, you overcame it, and you didn't cry about it. You got busy. And they wanted your reward. They've been taking your reward lifetime after lifetime. You didn't cry about it. You got it busy. They filed bad reports about you. And the universe does not take back requests. They're not giving you back. They're not giving you back to these childish people. And these ones, there's going to be a reset. So there's a reset. There's a spiritual hygiene and delete. You're reclaiming your peace. Discipline, action, reset, detachment, release, and closure. Because they did it sober. They knew what they were doing. So now they're losing signal. And he owes you nothing but silence. Goodbye, Nasty Jack. Goodbye, Nasty Jack. Oh, so long. Goodbye, Nasty Jack. So long. So you're very faithful. You're very source connected. You got this 9 of Pentacles, and people are inspired by your silence, by the fact that you didn't cry about it. You just got busy with it. You got this ex out here, whoever he is, he's a forgotten person that's been spying on your mind. And now they're all crying because they got to go do what they made you do. There's no closure for this dude. He doesn't want closure, but there is closure. He's like, wait, let me rewrite the script. And you're like, dude, I don't even know you. Stop. Freaking whack job. 6 of Pentacles, charity. Somebody's under pressure because the lies and the fact that they are a snake are revealed. The moon is in the reverse. This is a Netflix freaking porn star who wears the masks and the energy of others and then drops that orgy, whatever, magic onto an innocent person, in order to cast the illusion that they were nasty so that they could take their initiate reward at the end of the season. Living in memories, stuck emotionally. Look. They're getting all sentimental now. They're in jail. Because they were with your person acting as you. Casting movies and shit that were nasty. While you sat there wondering, what's going on, man? So the 10 of Pentacles is here. For the children, they will be safe and secure away from these side hustling spellcasters. You're going to encounter your person soon. We've got balance. Balance. Things are going silent. Mixed signals. Clear answers. We've got awareness, reality check. Silence is another answer. Look, so things are going silent. Silence is an answer too, honey. Just back off, Nasty Jack. Back the heck off, because it is over. It is over. We've got freedom, detachment, and clarity. You are healed. You are not hooked. This dude keeps trying to rewrite you back into his story. He's insisting that it's not over, but he's going silent. They can't trap you. You're done. Your 2 of Pentacles balance. They're effed up over you. This is a forgotten person who had been listening into your intellectual property and then telling people that it was their stuff. This is a consciousness hacker, a parasite. Which, by the way, I think everybody should be doing parasite cleanses all the damn time. Rotating through the various ones because, you know, certain things work for certain worms. But these ones are parasites. They're parasites. It's like that Vril shit, you know? But it doesn't go through the eye. I don't know. We got parasites, and human beings are the only ones. I mean, the veterinary people, they parasite cleanse the animals all the time. But the human beings are the only ones that the doctor, the system, never ever discusses that. You deleted me. Cut off, digital closer, cold, exit. So this forgotten person who is listening in on the fruits of your labor, on your thoughts, on your source connection, they're crying now because you deleted them. They don't get to their silence. They don't get to tap into your mind. They can't hear your thoughts anymore. You deleted them. Or your ancestors did. Deleted them because they never showed up for you. Deleted them because they never showed up for you. This is a devil who is using your womb, your sacral essence, your sex, whatever, this sex addict, used your intimate energy in a forbidden way. It was a criminal to use your womb as a source of abundance. They were using your energy to do baneful shit in the world. And it's glow up time for you. You've transformed. Ace of Pentacles. You're getting your way. You remembered, you solved the puzzle of Mr. Pride and Ego, Mr. Arrogant. The animals and the children appreciate you. This devil is exposed. They feel like they're dying, but they're not. It's just very bad. Third-party betrayal. You chose them. They chose somebody else. And now so did you. Whatever. You don't even know who these people are. It's a forgotten person. They've been gone a long freaking time. Lifetimes ago, this jackass freaking trapped you. And then this snake has been lying ever since. The wheel is turning on these workplace affairs. The law is here. There's some heavy duty stuff going on. The scales are being balanced. Be patient. Not everybody gets a ticket to your next season. And you are allowed to outgrow people. They used you and discarded you. And now they're rehearsing the past. They used you and discarded you. They do not get to come into your future. They do not get to receive any of your charity. They're so angry. They want to take you out. They want to trap you again so that they can abuse you sexually and then take your 9 of Pentacles, your 6 of Pentacles, your 10 of Pentacles. And that's not going to happen this time. God said they will not take anything from you ever again. They're under judgment for what they did on all the false reporting and all of the theft of your high honor while torturing you to death as an infant. So you're no longer ghosted. You have talent. You've mastered the waters of your vessel. You're the caretaker. You have born with features that this garden needed as a caretaker. But you had these devils siphoning your energy, and they weren't caretaking nothing. They were just out here prostituting everybody, defiling everything, desecrating everything. And now you're burning the shit. You're burning the hoodie. You're burning everything. It's like lice, man. It's like lice. You got to get rid of it. These people who are pushing in on the mind, happy, sad, gloomy, depressed, playing with your mind, they're going in the fire. They're in regret. They cannot do that to people. You got little babies out there with somebody pushing in their mind to flip their mama off, give her the middle finger. What kind of crap is that? These devils, what kind of crap is that? They don't need to be here. They cannot come forward with you. The law is on their ass. They don't get a ticket, man. They threw you away. They devalued you. They took all of your high honor value, filed false reports calling you a prostitute and a drug addict and every other damn thing, lifetime after lifetime, while they were torturing you. So you're very, very strong, and you're bringing about a separation here. This is over. You are a fierce, independent leader. Powerful light, powerful shadow. You are free of all the cords and the connections of the many past lives. You're done with them. They're going silent. They're being pulled out of your consciousness and removed. They can't sleep. They got sleep deprivation. Dreaming of you. It's been lifetimes, man. It's a little late to dream about a woman. Maybe they can't sleep now because they left you alone. Maybe they're dreaming of you. Maybe they're fantasizing, and it's like, oh, that's disgusting, man. All of those cords, all of those connections are severed. There is a Knight of Cups here who's been illuminated to the truth of you. They want to make a commitment, a pledge, a promise. This is childlike, and messy doesn't mean powerful. Childlike, I mean, okay. Sometimes we have donuts for supper, man. It's just the way that it goes, okay? And you're done explaining. Messy does not mean powerless, and you're done explaining. Look, okay, I'm not the best housekeeper in the damn world, but I don't have some narcissistic dipshit in my house pissing all over the floor either, and I'm happy. Thank you. Done explaining. No more justifying. Silent exit, energy protection. Nothing was adding up. You gave them everything. Everything. And look, unsent messages. You didn't have it. Look, man, they lost you. They lost you. You're walking away. The tea is cold. You're healed. You're not attached. You're not hooked. They didn't tag you. None of the hooks are present. So you've been freed of all of that. You've been sanctified. You've been risen. You're glowed up. Just because you're a little messy does not mean you're powerless. Oh, hell no. What happens in a storm? What happens in a freaking tornado? And you're done explaining. These people have been pulling off of your sacral energy, divine feminine, and they've been using that to do baneful magic and curse people and trap them and all this kind of stuff. And it's over now. It's over. Still, I would be leery of this night only because of the history, you know. Get to know each other. Get to know each other before you start doing this devil shit. Peace out.